So AEW happened. AEW Dynamite. Oh boy. The show started with the four-way match. So apparently Dynamite tonight had some last night had some issues where like travel issues with certain wrestlers. I mean, it seemed like they had basically everyone that they needed somewhat. Um yeah, so apparently there was some travel issues or there was something wrong with like in the state they were in where there was a blizzard. So they had a four-way match, which dragged so much. The four-way match, which included Mike Bailey, Ricochet, Mark Davis, I think, and I think Orange Cassidy. The match ended in a draw, which both these men, they were pinning people, and for some reason, the match led to automatically a triple threat announced for Dynasty. You would think in wrestling that like that they would do something where like they might have like a one-on-one match even. You would even think basically in a supposed tournament they would have again they defeat their respective wrestlers and they would lead like down to two of them. What kind of shit does this make? Like it literally like this is like their simple way to just get him on the show and I don't know. I don't freaking know, nor do I care. And already, this guy is getting a freaking title match. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. And I just think this whole tournament idea is just kind of dumb. It's dumb wrestling logic. We get a Hurt Business vignette. MVP says that a Hurt Syndicate will hurt anyone with no mercy and no hesitation. For them, it's not personal, it's just business. And they're here to take over, and no one can stop them as tag champs. We humbly invite you to even try, they say. Mercedes defeated some chick named Billy Starks to retain the TBS title. They literally have to show a vignette of her from ROH, and no one freaking knows. MGF says the last time he had a partner, his partner betrayed him and he burned him, so he has considered the option carefully. MGF says he will give his answer next week, but meantime he wants his Triple B back. It's announced that a collision will be on both Saturday and Sunday. There'll be splits, basically 1 hour on a Saturday, 1 hour on a Sunday, because of March Madness and all that. Okay, let's talk about this. First off, why was this match not the main event? Anyways, yeah, so AEW basically had to redo this match. AEW redid the Cope and Mox match from Revolution, but this time to be a street fight. It's not like they build up to this match from last week. They literally just announced, we're going to have a rematch because, yeah, the fans kind of complained or whatever. Although I didn't hate the match from Revolution, it obviously, you know, what they did, how they went out ending the show was not great. I don't hate that they did this match. First of all, why was this not the main event? I don't know. Yeah. So this happened. So the match started by the parking lot. Edge attacked Mox when he was making his entrance, and they were brawling a little bit, and they were brawling throughout the crowd. Some dragged out spots did happen, you know, them brawling in the crowd and all that. But they, you know, it is a fine street fight. You know, they eventually used some weapons. You know, Moxley, I think he did the Bloody Flades, the Dirty Deeds on the announce table. And then Edge, you know, whatever. They both use like candlesticks, chairs, trash cans, you know, anything like they were. It was brawling, you know, hardcore style. I don't hate that. This happened. Okay, so Edge used the spiky weapon, the nail weapon. He's on the back, but what happened was Edge proceeded to do a suplex onto freaking the goddamn nails, and Moxley literally had to like oi 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 oi. Like, this is no wonder people complain about shit like this happening in wrestling. If you ask me, was this pointless? A bit pointless, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna completely hate on this. I'm not gonna completely hate on this match. I thought the match was still great. You know, the match was a good match. It was definitely should be the main. It was a good, hardcore type of match. It just was it worth really doing that spot? I mean, just a spike onto like the back, like was, but again, that did not even end the match. Like what? Like that should have like led to maybe like Edge a way for Edge to win this match, and Moxley could be so angry where he'll be out for weeks. Like that's a way to kind of end the match. But whatever. But again, it's like, but did they really need to do that suplex spot? Like, I guess, like, one hit to the back would have been fine. But a suplex where literally the possibility of Moxley can't even get it off his back. That's like freaking doing a suplex on a knife. Like, that is dangerous. I mean, I've seen worse things, There's worse things, like, for example, the whole needle spot back in All Out was worse than this, in my honest opinion. Okay, I think that was just sickening. This is, while it was bad, like kind of useless, it was not the worst I've probably seen. I mean, a lot of indie shit is terrible, but again, that's why shit in the indies happened and shit in the indies. But was this kind of useless? I don't know. Obviously that's the main spot of the show. It's very debatable, gruesome. I mean, sure. It just would have made sense if, like, it led to Moxley losing, I would say. You know what I mean? And even, I'm surprised that people were crapping on this match just because of that. Or they're also crapping on it because, WWE wrestlers are having a world title match on the show, and, like, I don't know. Like, what else do you want? Like, who do you want to be the world champion or whatever? I mean, again, I'm tired of the Death Rider shit myself. But definitely Edge should have, like, I don't know. It would have been cool if Edge won. But yeah, Moxley did defeat Edge via referee stoppage because he was able to choke him out. So basically, like, a bunch of interference happened. Like, the Death Riders came out, so they're back. They kept stopping Edge, but FTR, Will Nightingale came out. And then it all led to Christian's team, the Patriarchy, without even Christian. Christian was not even on the freaking match. And this would have been a better chance for him to even cash in, by the way, but no. He had to cash in on a dumb, whatever. Yeah, Christian wasn't even there. It just led to, like, again, Christian's team. I think Nick Wayne, he did his cutter. He did his, like, the jumping cutter, right? And then led to Moxley doing his choke. Oh, yeah, Edge did do a spear before, like, ending the match. But, like, again, then, what was it? Like, the team, wasn't then, it was, again, Marina Shafir. Then when that happened. And then eventually, Christian's group came. And that's led to Moxley taking advantage and choking out Edge. Well, he didn't, like, tap out. He just passed out, and that's led to referee stoppage. Similar to how they ended the match back in, was it the Australia show? Yeah, I mean, listen, it was a good match. It's just a darn shame that, Edge, I mean, I don't care. Like, it's just, like, I agree myself. This whole idea of Moxley gonna be champion because of until Darby Allin, they're trying to do like a NWO Sting type of deal, but it's like whatever. I don't know what to say. After the match, Dax Hartwood is like angry. He walked away, and then like there's ascension between FDR. And yeah, Edge is confused. They were like ending this segment in a weird way, like. Also, like, what, Will Nightingale was gonna do something, supposedly. Like, but she didn't. Like, it just, like, Edge, like, standing tall and, yeah, pose. I mean, I would rather if that just ended the show right there. Or, heck, again, it would seem like they were gonna do, like, a cliffhanger with this, but they didn't do anything. I would even rather, like, heck, a Christian could have came out, after and to just attack Edge. That would have been just even at least a little bit meaningful, But again, man, I just wished they didn't do that shit fucky ending where like, you know what they should have done at Revolution? Like, Edge should literally have won a Revolution. They have a rematch with a street fight. Edge retains in this match, and then Christian could have cashed in literally in this segment after this, you know, like Edge standing tall, you know, he's walking back. He's like, that would have been a great way to end the show, don't you think? If we were to all go back to 2 weeks. Yeah, Edge. If he was champion Revolution, Christian cashed in at tonight if they were to do the rematch with him and Mox. And then, you know, Christian could have came right after, like, you know, Edge celebrating, he's beating up, and then we see Christian just try to interfere. That would have been a much better way to end this sort of little segment match, even as a perfect main event. This would have been a perfect way to end the show, too. I don't know. The fact that this was not even a main event was just dumb. This was obviously the best thing of the show, despite a little controversial. This is set for God knows what reason. John Morrison, by the way, who has not been on TV or no one really even remembers he's on AEW, is confronted by Bandito, and they make a match for Saturday Night Heat version of Collision or whatever. Will Ospreay defeats AR Fox in a useless match that no one really cares about. Hangman Page says, like, you know, he's not going to focus on some other people like Swerve or MJF or whatever. He's going to focus on himself becoming the world champion by winning their own Hart Cup. Yeah, this is official. Oh yeah, Mercedes celebrates her win, and she says, "Who the heck trained Billy Starks?" Apparently people saying this is going to mean, like, what's her stupid name? Athena or Ember Moon showing up, even though no one freaking knows or cares about her besides Marks. Tony Storm. He said, I also heard Mrs. Romani had a Hollywood ending where I had to pay $45 for the pleasure. Good thing we're not here, says Taz, and like, we're not here, guys. We are not, guys. We are. And it's like, well, good God, what did I say? I like this, you know. I'm not afraid of anyone named Brian. I got my back broken every day of the week. Oh man, Tony Storm with these sexual innuendos is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. After the match, because like there was like a little dissension between, I don't know, and Tony Storm got hurt during the match, you know, typical shit. So yeah, Megan Bayne defeats Chris Statlander. I mean, I didn't care for the match really, besides, I guess, you know, just looking at their bodies, I guess, you know, it's a fine little ass-tastic match, I guess. But other than that, then Tony Storm comes in, brawls a little bit, and then she and then he says, "Oh God, you're a big bitch. We're gonna have a date, a revolution. Let's get tantric." That is sexual, which it's funny. I don't know. I can't really hate it on this. Overall, I mean, it's funny, but it's not. I didn't care. And why was this really the main event? This could have been this could have been like the semi, you know. Overall, I guess this was the only thing to look forward to with the show. The street fight, despite the little controversial. I mean, I thought the match was fine. I mean, good match, whatever. But regardless, at the end of the day, the show. I mean, it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't the worst show of all time. It was better than usual. It just, obviously, just was kind of useless, but, hey, whatever. I mean, it still had some, I don't know, I just thought it was dumb this was not the main event, and obviously other dumb shit, like, typical AEW, Jobber Fest happened, so it wasn't a great show in general. Wasn't good. It was just okay, you know. I guess that's all I will say. I don't know. It's just a lot of dumb shit did happen in the show, and just useless jobber shit besides this. But obviously, this wasn't necessary. What the fuck? Till next time, peace, yeah, bye.